My name is Dustin Greenwell from Fort Myers, Florida. I'm a senior in school and I'm tight end. Well, I'm originally from Fort Myers, Florida. About 22 hours from here to drive. And one of the reasons, mainly the reason I came up here, in Florida we didn't have many small schools, so in order, if you didn't go to one of the bigger D1 schools, you had to go up north. And we had a recruiting fair, about 40 schools. And they kind of sold me on the city kind of attractions around here. A lot of the smaller schools I've seen, they're in small towns. There's nothing to really do for a couple hours in each direction. This one had, Chicago an hour away, and it has other major cities around it. So I just kind of enjoyed that. You see it kind of go with everyone. When I came in as a freshman, you understand that football is serious, but you don't realize how serious it is, how much commitment it takes, how much dedication you have to give towards it. I'd say about halfway through college, so my last year, my junior year, kind of realized, if I don't start taking this more seriously, start dedicating myself every day, that I'm not going to really get what I want out of football. And so I kind of made the adjustment, to focus more on football and being more committed towards it, and it paid off last year, so I just kept working towards it. There's no other feeling like it. I mean, this may sound cocky in a way, but I feel bad that some people won't have that feeling of being able to know what it feels like to score and have your team all celebrating with you. And I mean, you kind of just shut out the rest of the world. You don't even know there's another team. You just in that great feeling that, you did something that's helping your team towards a goal. This year's kind of philosophy is more of a process-oriented type of success. What we really are focusing on is not really the actual game itself, but it's the practices, it's, the lifting, being to where you need to be, really at the ins and outs of every day. That way, because once we do that, when it comes time for the game, we won't have to, do anything spectacular. All we have to do is just what we're required to, and that's going to lead us to success. You could tell our team has a sense of confidence in that we go out there and we play the game because, not that we have to get a scholarship, but we actually love the game. I mean, you can see it. People are celebrating all the time. They're having fun. They're enjoying it. It's not just go out there and, we say it's a business trip, but at the same time, you can see everybody is having a good time. And that's one of the things I really like about our team. Besides, just basic attributes of playing, I feel like I bring a sense of optimism. I usually like to see the better side of situations instead of the negative. And one thing, especially this year so far, we were in a close game against Olive at the beginning of the year, and we ended up coming out of that big. And we also got ourselves into a tight game against Lindenwood. And one thing that I feel is whenever we were starting to get close and it was starting to get down, I was able to, help out a little bit by being optimistic, showing people, it's going to be all right, things are going to be good, just keep at it. And I feel like that really helps us out as a team. I feel like that's one of the good attributes that I bring to the team. Well, growing up, my favorite person to watch was Randy Moss because he was just electrifying on the field. You never knew what he was going to do next. Position-wise, I'm not exactly what he is. I would say more of a Gronkowski type tight end. I like to think that, I'm a big guy that can run, that can catch the ball, and I bring a lot of skills to, this team and other teams that I played before in the past. So I feel like that's really helped. Well, my goal this year is to be an All-American, and hopefully that's still in the process of happening. Overall, as a team goal, it'd be a national championship, but right now we're focused on more one step at a time, getting each win each week, then getting the conference, playoffs, and winning those games, and that would be the ultimate goal down the line, yes. I'm a sports operations major. I'm also minoring in marketing. Depending on how football goes and stuff like that, afterwards, I would eventually like to go to law school. That way I can become a sports agent, and with a law degree, you're able to have more job opportunities. So that's one avenue I'd like to follow after football. There's actually two things I learned. One, the first one is that it takes an individual effort to realize that you have to work hard in order to get things. You can't just expect it. A lot of people will expect, they're good, they're talented, but they don't realize how much work you have to actually put in, other than just doing what you're supposed to with the coaches. When you realize that it's not only what you're supposed to do, but when you do outside of it by like summer workouts and stuff, and you're not required to, that's what's really gonna make you a better team. And the second thing is actually trying to get your team together. I mean, you have a lot of people coming from around the nation. They come from a variety of different backgrounds, raised differently, and trying to incorporate them all together, they feel like it's actually a family. When they feel like a family, I feel like that's when we're starting to realize success.